this session, we'll discuss worksheet questions based on physical world, units and measurements. Among the fundamental forces, which one of the following is the strongest force? Options are electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, gravitational force, weak nuclear force. Focus on the keywords of the question. See, strongest force is asking. So, the strongest force is, you are right, strong nuclear force. Very good. If he asks weakest force, very good. That's also correct. That is gravitational force. If it is weakest force, gravitational. But here the question is only strongest force. So that is strong nuclear force. There is no solution for it. It's a conceptual theoretical question, right? Yeah. Next. Which of the following statement is true? The range for weak nuclear force is shortest among all four forces. Weak nuclear force range is 10 to the power of minus 18 meters. 10 to the power of minus 18 meters is the range of weak nuclear force. Yeah, strong nuclear force range is 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. That is about 1 Fermi. 1 Fermi meter means 10 to the power of minus 14, and nuclear forces are ranging from 10 power minus 15, 10 power minus 14. That means 10 Fermis to 0.1 Fermi strong nuclear force. Weak nuclear force 10 to the power of minus 18 meters. Next. See, my role is here not to give the answer for the question. I want to explain all the remaining 4 options, remaining 3 options, of course. When can we take up the other option? Why shouldn't we take the next option? Like that we have to discuss. See, for the answer for the question, we no need to come for this type of sessions, right? So I have to discuss the entire thing related to that question so that it will be beneficial to you. Option B, the range for electromagnetic force is smaller than that of gravitational force. Range for electromagnetic force, gravitational force. He is comparing. Actually, both are long range forces. Their ranges is infinity. Next, the relative strength of gravitational force is higher than weak nuclear force. Gravitational force is relatively weakest among all the forces. Relative strength for weak nuclear force is larger than that of strong nuclear force. See, this is a contradictory statement to their names. That means, see, weak nuclear force is telling that it is stronger than strong nuclear force. So, coming to our conclusion, the preferable option is A. That is, the range for weak nuclear force among all the 4 forces is shortest. Yes, it is true. That is 10 to the power of minus 18 meters. Right? So, your answer will be option A. The range for weak nuclear force is shortest among all 4 nuclear forces. The next question is, 2 charged particles of mass 1 gram each. 2 particles of mass 1 gram each. M1 is equal to M2 is equal to 1 gram. Each, he said. So that's why both are equal. Are placed 1 meter apart. R is equal to 1 meter. Wow. Next. If each of these possesses 1 femtocoulomb of charge, that means Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 coulomb. Femtocoulomb means 10 to the power of minus 14 coulomb. Next, see, this is called data interpretation, because we have formulae in symbols. In order to select appropriate formula, in order to get a thought about the formula, you need to convert the data into symbols. Then only you will get. Right? So, convert the data from the question into symbols so that you will get an idea of the formula. Now, he is asking about to compare the forces. Whenever he specifically gives the data about masses and charges and the distance, then you need to calculate using respective formulae. But don't think always gravitational force is weakest and the remaining. So, gravitational force formula is G M1 M2 by R square, and electrostatic force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. So to compare these two, we need to go for gravitational force by electrostatic force is equal to G m1 m2 by k dash. I am taking this as a constant, k dash q1 q2. Now I am substituting the given data, 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 G value with respect to units, SI units, and m1 10 to the power of minus 3 into m2 10 to the power of minus 3. How sir? Why sir? It's given in grams here. You need to convert it into kg by, yes, that's what you need to concentrate. Units also very important. Next, k dash is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into q1 q2 10 to the power of minus 14 into 10 to the power of minus 14. So Fg by Fe is equal to, let's go to the order first, later we will think about the numbers. Order is, the numerator contains 10 power minus 11 minus 3 minus 3. So it will become 10 to the power of order. I am talking about only order. 10 to the power of 6 and 11 is 17. Yeah, 10 to the power of minus 17 by, this is 14 and 14, 28, minus 28 plus 9. How much? Yeah, you are right, 19. Thanks for the help. 10 to the power of minus 19. So think about the orders, compare the orders. Denominator is smaller, numerator is larger. That means we are going to get this one as greater than 1 because denominator is smaller, numerator is larger. So we will get greater than 1. So this is Fg by Fe greater than 1 implies Fg is greater than Fe. It's a specific case, not a general case. In general, gravitational force is weakest force, whereas in a specific case, gravitational force is the strongest one. Okay, next. We'll go to the next one after checking the key. Gravitational force, dominant force in this case from this. Okay, in general, gravitational force is weakest, but it's a specific case. He has given the charges and the masses. Okay, yeah, let's go to the next. Which of the following interaction is responsible for beta decay? Which of the following interaction is responsible for beta decay? Beta decay. Gravitational, weak nuclear force, electromagnetic force, and strong nuclear force. Which of the following is responsible for beta decay, which will happen in the nucleus? So whenever you get an idea about a question, then half of the options will be eliminated automatically, right? Yes. So gravitational force ruled out, then electromagnetic force ruled out. You will get two options, weak nuclear force and strong nuclear force. So beta decay happens with, yes, you are right, weak nuclear force. Yes, which is about an order of 10 to the power of minus 18 meters, right? It happens in the nucleus. Beta comes out from the nucleus. So either weak nuclear force or strong nuclear force. Weak nuclear force is responsible for beta decay. These type of things belongs to knowledge based questions. Yeah. Next question. Choose the correct statement from the following. Not all basic laws of physics are universal. He is asking about choose correct statement. Not all basic laws of physics are universal. Conservation laws have a deep connection with symmetries of nature. There are 4 to 6 fundamental forces in nature that govern the diverse phenomena of the world. Physics can generate new technology, but new physics cannot come out from the technology. So he is asking to take up the correct statement from the 4 statements. That is correct one he is asking. Not all basic laws of physics are universal. That means all the basic laws may not act at among the complete universe. They are having limited conditions. Not all basic laws of physics are universal. Conservative laws have a deep connection with the symmetries of nature. Conservative laws are giving symmetries. There are 4 to 6 fundamental forces in nature to govern the diverse phenomena of the world. Physics can generate new technology, but new physics cannot come out from the technology. Amongst these 4, we can select option B, the preferable one, because conservative laws have a deep connection with the symmetries of nature. Actually, symmetries of nature is a different task, and conservative laws are different. Of course, some conservative laws gives symmetry, some conservative laws, and the other are also almost all close to the correct. Yes, right. So here the preferable option is B. Next, the physics behind fusion test. Physics behind fusion test reactor. Fusion test reactor. Fusion reactors. Newton's law of motion, trapping and pooling of atoms by laser beam magnetic fields. Actually, these are all belongs to physical world chapter, which will give you an idea about all the chapters what we are going to discuss in 11th and 12th classes, that is junior intermediate and senior intermediate. Magnetic confinement of plasma and motion of charged particles in electromagnetic fields. Magnetic confinement of plasma gives fusion test reaction. These words belongs to fusion reactor actually. So yes, these are all knowledge based questions, because you people don't know about many of these things, because of course beyond the portion at the respective chapters, but in physical world he touched many new concepts to create good interest towards the physics. So you need to have some knowledge among new technologies. You shouldn't be confined with strictly, sir, in nuclei chapter we don't have this one, no sir. Yes, that is true, but in physical world chapter we have ideas of, yes, he introduced, our board people introduced some new ideas, new technologies to give interest. So these questions belongs to such type of knowledge based things. So you need to have this type of knowledge also. Yeah, here is magnetic confinement of plasma is responsible for fusion test reactions. Next question is, the strongest force among the following forces in nature is. The strongest force among the following forces in nature is strongest force. That is, yes, strong nuclear force. You are right. It's a strong nuclear force. Next, which of the following statement is incorrect? You need to identify the keyword very carefully. Incorrect, correct, true, like that. Conservative laws have deep connection with the symmetries of nature. Weak nuclear force is weakest among all fundamental forces. No, gravitational force is weakest among all the fundamental forces. Conservative law is hypothesis based on observation. Hey, sir, you got option B as wrong one. No, sir, why are you reading the remaining, sir? Maybe after that you may have an additional question here. Both A and B are wrong, both B and C are wrong, like that. So try to concentrate on all the 4 options. Don't come out with the respective picked ones. Yeah, weak nuclear force is weakest among all fundamental forces is a wrong statement. Conservative law is hypothesis based on observations and experiments. Of course, correct only it is, because conservative laws have no proofs. They have only verifications. In a nuclear process, mass gets converted into energy and vice versa. So among these statements, we can take up option B as the incorrect one. Yes. Next. SB relative strength of gravitational, weak nuclear, electromagnetic and strong nuclear forces respectively. Which of the following statement is true? So here some letters are missing. What's that? Gravitational force stands take up symbol G, and weak nuclear force takes a symbol W. Electromagnetic force takes the symbol E, and strong nuclear force takes the symbol S. So those things are missing here. No issue, you can understand, not a big task. So among these, which one is the correct one? Yes, that's the correct order you need to learn. Strongest one is strong nuclear force. Strongest one is strong nuclear force. Next one is electrostatic force. Next one is weak nuclear force. Next one is gravitational force. This is the order of strengths, relative comparison. So this one comes with, yes, your option is C. Yes. So this is the order. Keep in mind, that is strong nuclear force is the strongest, gravitational force is the weakest, electromagnetic force or electrostatic force is the next to strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force in between electrostatic and gravitational. Okay, yeah, next. We'll go to the next question here. Nuclear forces are long range force, wrong statement. Short range attractive forces, C option I read. Long range attractive forces, wrong, because the nuclear forces are short range forces. Short range repulsive or short range attractive? If he mentions simply nuclear force, you have to think about strong nuclear force only. Strong nuclear force is an attractive force. Strong nuclear force is a short range attractive force. Short range attractive force. If he mentions simply nuclear force means strong nuclear force only. Strong nuclear force only, until and unless he mention clearly weak nuclear force, because we'll talk more about strong nuclear force. A general notation. Next. If the velocity of light and gravitational constant are respectively, of course h is the Planck's constant chosen as the fundamental unit. The dimension of density in the new system is a numerical question. Of course, it's a little bit lengthier, so time management is important in this type of questions. Okay, let us do this question. In the dimensional analysis method, you have a procedure for this that you can follow. That is, the dimension of density he is asking. You need to write density depends on these things. Velocity of light, I can take up c to the power of x, because I don't know. No, density depends on velocity of light in how many times, I don't know, so that's why I'm taking x. And gravitational constant g to the power of y, I'm taking y. And Planck's constant h to the power of g, of course z sometimes pronounced as g. Now there could be a dimensionless constant k, you can put, because we can't get the knowledge or the idea about this dimensionless constant using dimensional analysis, but there can be. So with this expression you can assess the dimensions of this x, y, z. That means how many times c must be raised, how many times g must be, and how many times h must be. So here you need to know dimensional formula of density, dimensional formula of velocity, dimensional formula of gravitational constant, dimensional formula of Planck's constant, all these things. Dimensional formula of density is from mass by volume. You can have this square bracket indicate dimensional formula. Dimensional formula of this is density mass by volume m l to the power of -3. This is density. Next, velocity of light c, that is lt power -1. Yes, you are right. You can put square brackets even for dimensional formula. lt power -1. Next, g, gravitational constant. Its dimensional formula is g, dimensional formula for gravitational constant. The one formula which is having negative dimension of mass. 1 year he asked that question also. Which of the following the quantities which is having negative dimension of mass? That is gravitational, universal gravitational constant. M power -1, L cube, and t to the power of minus 2. This is gravitational constants dimensional formula. And Planck's constant h, that is equal to, h is equal to Planck's constant, it's Planck's constant ml square t power minus 1. ml square t power minus 1. This is Planck's constant h. See, after getting minimum and few dimensional quantities, that means dimensional formula for physical quantities, you need to learn, and some you can derive if time permits. So some should be memorized, some you can derive. So that depends upon time actually, right? Yeah. Now substitute in this and obviously you'll get the solution. I'm taking another color. So substituting, we are going to get d first, m l power minus 3, and then k has no dimensions, k has no dimensions. So next c power x and z power y, and last one power z. The procedure I am telling, later we can. So c m o, this is lt power minus 1, lt power minus 1, and for y m power minus 1 l cube t power minus 2. Next, this is ml square t power minus 1. Now m power 1 l power minus 3, that is equal to, this is l power x t power minus x, this is m power minus y, this is l power 3y. It's simple mathematics dear. T to the power of minus 2y, and m power z l power 2z t power minus g. Now all the similar terms must be simplified to one side. Here m to the power of minus y and plus g, this is a power m into a power n formula, a power m plus n, yeah, and l to the power of x and l things plus 3y and plus 2z. Next, t to the power of, and t to the power of minus x is there, minus 2y is there, and minus z is there. Okay, now let me change the color for better sake. Yeah, by equating respective powers of the base, so you can have minus y plus g is equal to 1, first equation. Second equation, x plus 3y plus 2z equal to l power no, so 10 power minus 3, and minus x minus 2y minus z is equal to, here nothing is there, so you can imagine t power 0, so that will become 0. So by solving these three equations, you can get x value, y value, z value. It's a simple mathematics. Why should I waste my time? See, here x is there, here also x is there. In the very first equation there is no x, so you can do one thing, you can eliminate x from these two equations, and then you will get an equation in y and z. So that and the first one can be solved for y and z, or otherwise you can take up, that's all. Many ways you have. Cramer method is there in matrices, inverse method is there, and equation solving, many methods you have. You can directly you can solve. By solving, I got x value as, I got x is equal to, so that 5, and y is equal to minus 2, and z is equal to minus 1. So the option can be, the respective option can be 5 minus 2, 5 minus 2, B option is there. Yes. See, after doing simplification for x and y, see, c power 5, that is only 5 option is only 1. So why to waste time? You can find out x value directly if possible. So these are all techniques to solve mathematically. Okay, if options are having different numbers, the different one only you solve first if possible. So that, see, g power minus 2 in main 2 options it is, so it's waste of time solving for y. So g also, so x is equal to 5 is the better one and the best one, so you can do the sum very fastly. So after finding x, y, z, you can rewrite this question. You can rewrite the question. What is that? Density D is equal to, I'll write here, density D is equal to, let me take another color. Density D is equal to some constant K, which is not having any dimensions, and C power 5, and next G to the power of minus 2, and H to the power of minus 1. So this could be the answer. This is the procedure. Let's go to next question. Physical quantity related to our observations, S is equal to root A B by C power 3 D power 4. He is asking percentage error in the quantity S. See, usually people will write delta S by S into 100 as the percentage change or percentage error in S. I would like to write percentage error in S like this. So simple for space management. So even in the examination also, many rough sheets they may not give. So you can write like this, percentage error in S, which is nothing but delta S by S into 100. That is, we have a method in errors and dimensions lesson. That is, percentage error in A into its power 1 by 2 plus percentage error in B into its power, root means 1 by 2 and simply B means 1, plus percentage error in C into its power 3 only, not minus 3. You need to calculate maximum possible error. For maximum possible error plus or minus error in C we are taking. That is plus or minus 3 we are going to take up the power actually. Among this, for maximum possible error, you need to go for the magnitude of the error only. Maximum possible error comes with magnitude of the error only. You shouldn't take minus 3. Remember that. Even though it's in denominator, the power must be taken positive. That means magnitude of the power only must be taken. Plus percentage error in D into 4. Yeah. Now that is equal to, I repeat, even here also you need to take up plus 4 only. Magnitude of the power you have to take for maximum possible error. Maximum possible error we are calculating. Possible error. Okay. Now percentage error in A is 2% into 1 by 2. Let me change the color. Alternately, I'll take up different colors. Plus this is B percentage, 1%. Okay, 1% into 1 plus percentage 1% into 3 plus this is 1% into 4. So you are going to have 1% plus 1% plus 3% plus 4%. So totally it is giving rise to 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9%. 9%, yes, option C. Option C is the correct answer. Here I got one more bit into my mind. That is, in previous years, in many competitive examinations, they asked like this also. Among A, B, C, D, which of the physical quantity contributing maximum error in the calculation of S? They may ask like that. For that, answer is, you shouldn't take this 2 into consideration for maximum error, or this 4 into consideration for maximum error. I repeat, to have which physical quantity contributing maximum error, you shouldn't consider this 4 or you shouldn't consider this 2. Then what you have to consider after power multiplication, that quantities you have to consider. So among this 1, 1, 3, 4, which is the biggest number? 4. So this one is contributing, that means which quantity? D. D is contributing maximum error, and A and B are contributing minimum error in the calculation of yes. So such questions also will come. So that is the advantage of having this type of interactions with the teacher. Okay, usually many books also you can find the solutions strictly limited to the particular question. You won't get additional knowledge. Additional knowledge comes with the teacher. Okay, be in touch with the teacher, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. If E and E naught denote energies at a time t and t naught respectively. E naught no, so t naught respectively. L and L naught distances from some point at t and t naught respectively. Okay, then which of the following equations can be declared to be incorrect? Which of the following is declared as incorrect? Incorrect. Keywords are very important. Among these, which are incorrect? Here I noticed one fraction. So dimensionally length cancels length and E value is equivalent to E. So option A correct only. Coming to option B, exponent shouldn't have any dimensions. So length by length, this is also correct only. He is asking incorrect things. So exponential ones don't have any dimension. So E is equal to E. That's also correct only. Option C, incorrect. He is asking exponential one. In C option we got E is equal to 2L e to the power of minus L by E naught. Here exponential power is having dimensional quantity because length by some E energy. Length by energy is a dimensional quantity. Energy by energy dimensionless. Length by length dimensionless. Length by energy dimensional quantity. This is first wrong. Next, exponential thing completely suppose it is dimensionless. E cannot be equal to L. Left side dimensional quantity, right side dimensional quantity must be equal in an equation. So this is wrong. Coming to D option. D option, E by L is a dimensional quantity. Some dimension will come. That may not be equal to E, right? E is equal to 2 E naught by L naught. It is definitely having dimensional dimensions, right? And it's not a dimensionless. Something different else than energy because energy by length is there. Energy by length is there. So it's also wrong. These two are not equal. Exponential things are dimensionless. So this is also not equal. So C and D are incorrect things here. C and D are incorrect things. So I can take up option D here. Yes, C and D are incorrect things. Exponential things shouldn't have any dimensions. Number one. Number two, for an equation, left side and right side must have quantities with same dimensional things. Here are some measurements. The readings are 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.8 and so. What would be the relative error? The relative error he is asking. For that you need to know first of all what is the original measurement. That's nothing but mean value of all the given measurements. That is mean value, mean x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 by 5. Mean, how many are there? 5 are there. So x is equal to 2.4 plus 2.5 plus 2.6 plus 2.8 plus 3 by 5. So that is equal to the total of all these will come rise to 13.3. Yeah, 13.3 by 5. So it's almost all 2.66 respective unit. Ensure that all the quantities are in proper units or same units. Now this is a mean value. Actually it is a mean value. Mean. This is true value we will feel. Now what about the error in the first one? Error in the first one is measured value minus the true value. Minus true value. That will be how much? 0.26. Error in the second one, I don't want to waste all your time. Just I'll show one or two later. I can take up the calculated ones. Minus 2.66. Procedure I need to teach, right? 2.5 minus 2.66. This is going to come as 0.6. 6 minus 5 is 1. Like this you can go for the remaining things and you can go for mean error. Mean error. Mean error. Mean error means all the errors delta x it is. Error means delta x, x means value. So let's go to all the errors by number of elements. So that is equal to total of this will come to 0.192. This is mean error. Now relative error. That is delta x by x. That is 0.192 by what is the x value? 2.66. That means this much of error for this much. That is its meaning. So how much mean error you got? 0.192. For how much? 2.66. So that's value is relative error, delta x by x. That's value is absolute relative error it is. That is equal to 0.072. Yes. I just using calculation devices, I did it fast, but because you need to practice and you have to do. I don't want to waste your time. I want to teach the procedure. I'm taking these values so that it will be fast enough, so that I can teach you one more question extra in the stipulated time, right? That's why. So 0.072 is close to option D. Why close to? It's given. Yeah. If see 0.79 is also there, 72 is there. Don't go for approximations at this options. You need to do very clearly and until you will get the respective ones, right? Take care of all these type of things. Next, what is the dimension of 1 by mu naught epsilon naught, where mu naught is magnetic permeability and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Okay, you know, I have the formula in my mind from EM waves chapter. That is, light velocity c for an electromagnetic wave is 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. This is called knowledge. If you have that knowledge, you can easily have 1 by mu naught epsilon naught is nothing but c square or velocity square. Square of the velocity, Lt power minus 1. So you will get that as L square t power minus 2, isn't it? So if you don't have knowledge, then what to do, sir? Then you have to go for magnetic permeability mu naught dimensional formula and magnetic permittivity epsilon naught electrostatic permittivity epsilon naught formula, dimensional formula, and you need to go for the calculation of mu naught epsilon naught dimensional formula. So it's time taking. That's why sometimes knowledge will help us. Okay, so the procedure takes time, knowledge will give you fast. So L square t power minus 2, which option? Option A, yes. Okay, see, many alternative solutions will be there for every question. So we can select the possible ones. Next one is, if E and E naught represent the energies, okay, T and T naught represent times, which of the following dimensionally correct relation? Exponential things shouldn't have any dimensional what you call physical quantities. Dimensionally exponential things must be 0. That means exponential quantity shouldn't have any dimensions. Other things can have. So in this, here this is having dimensional time. So it's wrong. What is he asking? Correct statement he is asking. Correct relation he is asking. He is asking correct relation. Next, E is equal to E naught T naught e to the power of minus T by T naught. It's also T. T naught. So T by T naught, time by time. So dimensionally exponential thing is not having any dimension. Correct only this is. What about E into T? E into T will not be equal to E. E into T will not be equal to T. Yes. Next. So this is also incorrect. First one incorrect because of this. Second one incorrect because of this. Third one, this is T square. T square. So incorrect because of this. Of course, this is also wrong in this. Here T by T, this is dimensionally good and correct. Obviously, E is equal to E naught, dimensionally good and correct. So option D is correct. Option D is correct. Let's go to the next one. Identify the incorrect statement. We need to go for the incorrect one. Okay, first keywords you need to notice very carefully. Solution. Yeah, option A. What's that? True length of this has been measured in 2 experiments as 5.5 kilometer and 5.51. Point after 2 digits are there, so this is more precise measurement. This is more precise measurement. Whereas option B, okay, of course he is telling that only second measurement has more precision. Next, option B, 1 meter, 0.5 meter have both measured with the same absolute error. No, it's having only point after no decimal digit. Here it is having point after 1 digit. So its error is less, its error is more. So this is the wrong statement, incorrect one. So B could be the answer. Number of significant digits in 1.6 and 0.60. 1.6, 2 significant figures are there. 0.60, 2 significant figures are there. Well, this is true statement. Next, 2.445 can be rounded off to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places, whenever 5 is there, the preceding digit must be even. So it must be 2.44, correct only. You shouldn't add always 1 to the preceding one. If it is 5, preceding digit you need to check. If it is even, leave like that. If it is odd, add 1. Make it even. We like even numbers. That's the rule internationally we kept. Okay, so option is B. Yes. A force F is applied on a square plate of length L. The percentage error in the determination of L is 3% and the force is 4%. The permissible error in the calculation of pressure is. For this you need to know the pressure formula first. Pressure is equal to thrust by area. Of course here force by area. Force by area. That means he has given percentage error in F. How much? 4%. Has given and percentage error in L. Percentage error in length he has given 3%. But I need percentage error in area. So percentage error in area is equal to percentage error in length into 2. Why sir? How sir? You can ask. We have area is equal to L square formula, length into length, L square. So percentage error in area is percentage error in length into 2. So percentage error in A is equal to percentage error in length. How much? 3% into 2. So that will be 6%. Percentage error in area is 6%. Now percentage error in pressure. Percentage error in pressure is equal to percentage error in force. I told already, again I am repeating, you need to take magnitude of the power only. Power for F is 1. Next, percentage error in area into its power, that is also 1 only, not minus 1. Magnitude of the power only you have to take. So this is going to have percentage error in F 4%, percentage error in area 6%. So answer is 10%. Option B, yes. Option B, 10%. Next. Force is given by the expression F equal to A cos Bx, C cos dx, where x is displacement, T is time. Dimensions of B by D is asking B by D. Exponential functions, logarithmic functions, trigonometric ratios shouldn't have any dimensions. That's important point. So Bx shouldn't have any dimension. That means it should have m power 0, L power 0, T power 0. That means I can say 1. So dimensions of B can be dimensions of reciprocal of x. X he said as displacement. So L power minus 1. Right. Next. Similarly, we have another one, that is displacement T. Yeah, dimensions of dt. He gave dt next one. dt. That is also shouldn't have dimension. So m power 0, L power 0, T power 0, because it's a trigonometric ratio. It should have only number. Suppose that's angle. Angle also not having any dimensions. T, okay, D dimensions is reciprocal of time dimension. That is nothing but t power minus 1. Now from these two, we can have, he is asking d by b calculation. D by b calculation. D is t power minus 1. B is L power minus 1. So LT power minus 1 will be. LT power minus 1 is velocity. This is LT power minus 1. Velocity gradient means velocity by length. And angular velocity means omega v by r. You can have v by r. Angular momentum mvr you can have. So one formula if you know, then you can calculate there. Okay, this is displacement by time I can write. So with this, velocity is the preferable answer. Yes. Next question is, some dimensional formula is given. It represents which one he is asking. ml square t power minus 2 k power minus 1. Which one it is going to represent? ml square t power minus 2 k power minus 1. Option A, Boltzmann's constant, specific heat capacity, thermal expansion quotient, latent heat. Their formula you need to know, otherwise you can't know guessings. Either you need to memorize the formula and the dimensional formula, or you should know the formula so that you can derive. Two things are possible. Boltzmann's constant unit is joule per Kelvin. Joule per ml square t power minus 2 is energy or nothing but joule. So joule per Kelvin. So it is true only. So Boltzmann's constant true only. Specific heat capacity Cp minus Cv equal to R. That is also joule per mole Kelvin. So next, thermal expansion quotient. Thermal expansion quotient is length by length into temperature. So T power minus 1 only or Kelvin power minus 1. Latent heat again energy per mass Q by M. So among these, of course, it's very clear A option is suitable. Boltzmann's constant K is equal to joule per temperature. Joule per temperature. So this is suitable one for this. Yes. Next. In SI units, kg meter square second power minus 2 is equivalent to which of the following? Yeah. Kg meter square. ml square t power minus 2. ml square t power minus 2 is nothing but energy, joule. So option C. Done, right? So convert the given data into other symbols, whatever known to you, so that you can automatically go through the answer. Yes. Next. In an experiment, 4 quantities A, B, C, D are measured with percentage errors 2, 1, 3, 5 respectively. Quantity P is measured as this. Percentage error in the measurement of P. Percentage error in P is equal to percentage error in A into its power plus percentage error in B into its power plus percentage error in C into its power. That too magnitude only you have to consider. Percentage error in D into its power. This shouldn't be negative. Magnitude value of the power only you have to take. Remember, and this power is magnitude only you have to consider for maximum possible error. Maximum possible error. So remember, that is equal to percentage error in A. Percentage error in A 2% into 2 plus percentage error in B 1% into 2 plus percentage error in C. Percentage error in C 3% into, that's given in the question here, I am taking them, plus percentage error in D 5% into 1. So it is 4% plus 2% plus 3% plus 5%. So total together it will become 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 14, 14 option C. Numerical questions are easy only. If you can't find the number, you can recheck. But if it is a theoretical question, you have to be very careful. Choose the physical quantity pair with the same dimension. Knowledge based or otherwise you need to derive. Angular momentum and work. Angular momentum and work. Angular momentum mvr and work is fs. So F into S. You need to check for the first option. Next, work and torque. Work is Fs and torque is also force into perpendicular distance. These two are having same dimensions, option B. So option B can be taken. Of course, let me think of the other two also. Potential energy nothing but work done only. Potential energy nothing but work done only. Work is nothing but potential energy U. And linear momentum is mv. So obviously these two are different things. Kinetic energy and velocity. Kinetic energy, this is very funny. Half mv square, how can be equal to velocity dr? It's different completely. So option B is the suitable one for here. So you need to check. If time permits, check all the 4 options. Even though you have gone through the correct one, check the remaining 2 also sometimes. Next. 2 intervals of time are measured at delta t1, delta t2. The value of square root of delta t1 into delta t2, correct significant figures. Wow. Okay. So multiplicable things should have equal significant figures, or one extra is allowed, so that after completing the multiplication you need to come back to the same number of significant figures. Then square root should come back to the same least number of significant figures of the a given particular physical quantity. So significant figures in the first one is 3 digits, 3, and the next one is also 3. So answer must be to 3 only, not for 4, 5. So here there are 4 significant figures, and here 3 significant figures, and here 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures, and here 3 significant figures. But error also must be in that aspect only. Two significant figures in the error. Here error is here, of course it's a point only. These zeros are invalid, and this is only 2. But it is not precised, because its precision is point after 2 digits. Its precision is point after 4 digits, and its precision is point after 2 digits. So these 2 are first ruled out. 4 things are ruled out. 3 can be taken, because here are 3 and here are 3, and so preferable answer will be B, option B. Okay. Even error also should have up to that precision. Precision is 2 digits, so answer also 2 digits. That should be taken care. Okay, it's a matching. Boltzmann's constant. Okay, Boltzmann's constant unit is joule per Kelvin. At least few things about a physical quantity you need to know. Formula, dimensional formula, or the formula related to that particular physical quantity, at least, so that you can. So joule per Kelvin. Per Kelvin, 2 things are there. Among these, joule, ml square t power minus 2, energy, no? So A is mapped with the 4th one. First, I identified one relation. The second one, we can, quotient of viscosity is the unit Pascal second, is having that unit. Water equivalent is nothing but mass, only mass. Wow. So first one, that is C, is related to first one. And then quotient of thermal conductivity, K is equal to power into length by area into temperature difference. So okay, these are all lengthy. Which options? B option, B and D are lengthy. We can go through A and C first, later we'll go for them. A is 4. A mapped with 4. Which one? A mapped with 4. So option C, A mapped with 4. Of course D is also. Next, C with 1. So option C is correct. Okay, option C is correct. Right, then next. True length of a wire is this much. When the length of this wire is measured using instrument A, the length of the wire is 3.5, and the length of the wire is measured with instrument B, it is 3.38. Oh, okay. Then A, 3.678 centimeter. One measured with A, 3.5 centimeter, and one measured with 3.38. It is B device. This is A device. Now it's a basic concept actually. 3.5 is close to 3.6. That means it's accurate. Okay, accurate. This is accurate. Here 3.38, 2 decimal digits are there. 2 decimal digits. That means it is more precise. More decimal digits, more precise. Close to the measured one, that is what you call accurate. So he is asking that only, I think. Yeah, A is accurate, B is more precise. Yes. Measurement with A is more accurate, while measurement with B is more precise. Yes. Okay, first option is both A, he said. So third option, blah blah blah. Of course. Next, we'll go to the next one. The physical quantity which is measured in the unit of Weber per ampere. Weber per ampere. Weber per ampere. Weber per ampere means phi by I. Phi by I. So you need to go for phi and I related things. You know, N phi is equal to Li. What is this? N phi equal to Li. What is this? Self-inductance. L is self-inductance. Self-inductance related to flux like this. So N phi is phi only by I. So that will give you self-inductance or mutual inductance. Self-inductance or mutual inductance. M phi is equal to Mi. That is also N phi is equal to Mi also. This is mutual inductance, right? So inductance, simply speaking. So that's why whenever you got self-inductance, don't tick it and go. Observe the remaining options also. That's what I'm insisting from first onwards. Here mutual inductance. Then you will get the confusion. Which one I have to select? Then read the other options here. Both A and B is there. So you need to select that. So read all the options. Don't go with a single option or the known one. Next. P, Q, R are physical quantities having different dimensions. Which of the following combination can never be a meaningful quantity? Oh. Different quantities. P, Q, R are different quantities. Different, he said. Different quantities. Whenever different quantities are there, they can be multiplied. They cannot be added or subtracted. That's important. So this is wrong, first of all. Cannot be added or subtracted. Okay. Combination can never be a meaningful. Cannot be added or subtracted. Yeah, you on multiplying, maybe PRV is becoming Q square. Maybe PQ can be R after multiplication. We don't know. No. So these are all possible. Okay. After multiplication and division is also possible. You can divide the quantities. You can multiply the quantities. But you can't add or subtract dissimilar quantities. Only similar quantities, like quantities, you can add or subtract. This is called principle of homogeneity. Let's go to the next one. Dimensions of the ratio of magnetic flux phi. See, ratio he is asking. Magnetic flux phi to the permeability mu. Permeability mu. So you need to know the dimensional formula of phi and mu. So dimensional formula of phi is ml square t power minus 2 a power minus 1 by dimensional formula of mu ml t power minus 2 a power minus 2. So this will become mm gets cancelled. This is L and this is a power minus 1. Yeah. So La power minus plus 1. So you can add m power 0, L power 1, t power 0, a power 1. So that option will be, yes, option A. Right. Okay, end of the session. So have a nice day and wait for the next video. Bye.